dragon. Gods preserve me.
It would be too much to hope that's nothing to do with us, wouldn't it?
Okay.
I suggest we admire it from afar.
That thing could swallow us in a gulp. Moving in.
What are you doing? Hold up before they see you, Gresham. Spare me. There's bigger problems right now than my manners. Look. That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. Unless you're looking for a fight, that is. What? Just follow you around? I go my own way. Alone.
Darn.
Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around. Rag. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
Okay, so... apparently, I should have gone to
The
camp
friend
first.
zone continues.
Not even friend zone. The casual acquaintance zone.
A dragon. Gods preserve me.
It would be too much to hope that's nothing to do with us, wouldn't it?
I suggest we admire it from afar.
Okay, so Karlach is gonna put on an alternate sword. That's Yuki. And go to camp. Oh, you can just go to camp without resting. That's interesting. I mean, I probably should rest, but...
One horn, the stink of Avernus, advocatus diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The blade of frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Karlach, the archdevil Zariel's gladiator, come to burn the Sword Coast to ash.
Well, not counting the fuckers that need a good hurting.
Shut it, devil. I know your kind. A heart darker than a shadow's nightmares. You'd cut a child's throat just to taste the blood.
A devil? I didn't take the blade for a fool. I'm...
A great fire roars through you. The fire of the first hell. You are Karlach, tearing through demons across a blood-red landscape of fire and volcanic cinder. The front lines of the Blood War. With every swing of her axe, Karlach fulfills Mistress Zariel's purpose.
Proof, clear as summer sky. It's over, Karlach. It's time you feel the sting of the blade.
I've tried to tell you. I'm not what you think I am.
Another vision. Karlach's blade rays slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Will shudders with Karlach's desperation. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
By Balduran's helm, No, I will not be tricked.
You saw the truth. I may be an effective soldier, but I never wanted to serve Zariel. Legged it away from her the first chance I got.
And yet you served. No! Devils cannot be trusted!
Would you listen to sense? This doesn't have to end badly.
Oh, even
for
Lae'zel
either of us.
approves.
You know monsters better than anyone. Can't you look in my eyes and see I'm not a devil?
You don't know what this means. You don't know what you're asking me to do.
I'm asking you to live, Will. I don't want to hurt you. And to be frank, I'd rather not find out how the blade got his name. I swear to you, on all I am not what you think.
Shit!
I was counting on all this
Shit.
bottled up prejudice.
You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce. I see the good in you, Karlach. I promise not to lose sight of it. Even when the hells burn hottest.
Okay then.
What heated tensions.
Aha!
Glad Will saw sense. Even more glad he decided to stick around. Takes a pretty slick mover to track down old Karlach. Fair. But still, the man's got a reputation for being lethal with that blade. I'm glad it's on our side. With haste.
I wonder what the difference is between the green dots and the blue dots. Maybe the green ones have something to say, but it's not like a major quest event?
I need a quick word.
Will's brows furrow as your minds connect. He sees the burning embers of Joaquin's rest, then Floric's face as she tells you of Ravengard's abduction.
Hells. Old Ravengard's been taken. Then we need to seek him out and get him to safety. You see, Grand Duke Ravengard is my father.
More
I
drama.
know I haven't said. Our relation was no matter of pride, not least for him. You heard right.
Are
My
you in a
father and
soap
I
opera
were
now?
close once upon a time,
Possibly?
until he disowned me and cast me out of Baldurs Gate.
Waiting for
Such a
someone to come
rift
down with
isn't so
amnesia.
easily mended.
Oh wait, technically the entire
It's
group
not
has
so
some
wide that
degree
I
of
let my
amnesia,
own
so we've already got that one
suffer at his
covered.
captor's hands.
Now we just need someone in a coma.
I've been asking myself the same question. What makes a Duke of Baldurs Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No.
Is the plot
this
twist
is no
gonna be
Drow
that he's
plot.
your half-brother or
These
something?
absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast. You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly. I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance. You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Interesting.
Well met. Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist. Brave as Balduran, stubborn as a deep Rothay, daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with Father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance. Yes and no. Father taught me the 4 pillars of power: courage, insight, strategy, justice. He reckoned I'd follow in his footsteps. First as a fist marshal, then as a duke. Vanquish evil, maintain order, save the world. But a duke makes bedfellows with more monsters than he slays. Father called it diplomacy. I called it hypocrisy. In the frontiers, there is no posturing, no diplomacy. I slay monsters, I don't consort with them. Well, not when I can avoid it.
Okay.
Good thing for Will that Karlach called a truce. A tiefling that mighty would shred him to pieces and burn the remains. Now, what did you need?
Okay, we need to drop our lock from...
Copper for your thoughts? Sounds boring.
Sure does.
Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
Speak. It is done.
What? Not proficient. He's a fighter. Okay, no, she is proficient. I don't know why it was saying that. That's bizarre. Okay.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
So who's gonna volunteer to be in a coma? We gotta wrap this up somehow.
I know. How's it gonna work? Whoa, the owlbear egg is 40 camp supply? Okay. I don't think that's what you're really supposed to use the owlbear egg for, though. Need to be pretty desperate to eat that. need some cooler looking camps.
What are you doing? Hold up before they see you, Mrag Gresham! What? Apart from the dragon? Look. That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. Unless you're looking for a fight, that is. What? Just follow you around? I go my own way. Alone. Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around. Rag. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
Let's have a look.
Not the acquaintance zone again.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
They have a dragon? They have a dragon.
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithra.
Really kind of looks a lot like the Grinch who stole Christmas.
Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen
It's
watches us.
the
Fail
hairstyle
her at your peril.
and the green skin.
A red dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A crash must be near. Come, my kin await.
Sure, let's go. What
The
could go
R-rated
wrong?
version. The Grinch who stole Christmas with a dragon.
Oh, wow, okay, she's,
We must speak.
Why am I heavily encumbered? What is going on?
Eight of EDs. Welcome to Yukikaze Gaming Snappy.
I see, she temporarily left the party. Well, that's awkward. 230-pound backpack.
Oh no. Not the coma.
Oh, I'm still in turn-based mode. That explains some things.
Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh, shh, shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Gake vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, It's afraid you attune your mind to it. The artifact does not want to part from you. It does not want to fall into the Gith Raiders' hands.
Take word to your creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
Hmm. The talk of coma has me thinking of Monkey Bone and the whole coma song.
Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste.
The Kithrak nods, content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Take your slaves and hunt those who escaped the Ghaik ship. They must carry the weapon.
I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours.
To Danos! To the sky!
Dragging!
He needs meat in those bones.
Let's move.
Well, that was an interesting encounter.
Open up. What's in here? Damn it all! You did well to intervene, vexed as I am to admit it. The Jastil Kithrak would have flayed our skin and left our carcasses to burn in the sun. All for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The creche is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Jastil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Ignoble, you say? Sounded like he was pretty important to me. I completely forgot about my dog this entire time.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Yule, son of Gara. Fellow scout, Druid's Grove.
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Monstrous warriors, keen swords, black spots.
He crossed blades with a Githyanki. Few survive the ordeal. Fewer still claim victory.
Seeking path, Baldurs Gate.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Interesting. Well, we're certainly not going over this bridge. Yes, chasm is an accurate description. I'm just curious if this is going to advance me a
Welcome to
chapter or
Yukikaze
something.
Gaming Snappy.
It's definitely implying there's no way back after this.
Hellsfire. She's coming.
Oh my.
Will, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
God damn it. Anyone but her.
You flatterer. Why, if I had a warm heart, I'm sure it would be skipping. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing. I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after. That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlak meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart. The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
And just turn people into demons?
Let's see how the frontiers
Or
fare
devils
without
thereof?
their precious blade.
Karlak,
Are
keep an eye
technically
on
distinct
him, would
things
you? I'll be keeping mine
in key lore.
on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. Gobsmacked, really. But grateful. Really grateful. I could learn a thing or two from a man like that. Hopefully we won't turn into mind flayers first.
Well, I probably will be backing this up.
Very well.
for the next playthrough, but I'm just curious, before we end for the night, what Will says here.
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it.
Well, yeah,
I'd be
devil.
hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
All these years. You'd think it's a lesson I'd have well learned. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mazora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mazora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Interesting. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here so I can get to sleep for work at a reasonable hour. Hopefully I'll do another stream again sometime soon, though. And let me see who is available for me to read. Oh, we've got Hoots. We'll go ahead and read Hoots. They're playing Lethal Company. Thank you everybody for joining me. Hope to see you all again next time. Bye. That's all for this episode. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, or join me on Twitch or Twitter. Hope to see you next time on Yukikaze Gaming. Bye.